We cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails, by an unknown author. Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I curl my hair. Now I will be using I believe this is a Hearst styling wand that goes from a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch styling wand. But you can use any type of wand, whether it's tapered or whatever, in the same manner that I'm going to show you. Now the results will be different depending on the size of the barrel, but it's basically the same technique all around, and that's what I'll be using today to curl my hair. Now I do have some other products laid out in front of me as well, but the first thing you want to do is make sure your hair is well brushed. Now I'm using my Conair brush to brush my hair. Then I'm going to take my dry shampoo. I have this dry shampoo from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using that in my hair. I always shake it up a little bit first and take the lid off. And I'm going to show you how I use dry shampoo as well here. You hold it back a little ways from the head. You don't want to go right at the root. Hold it a few inches back. You do a few spritzes, part your hair again, do right at the root. My hair is about 2-day-old hair right now because I washed it day before yesterday. I try not to wash my hair every single day. That's a thing that I heard. If you're trying to grow your hair out, the natural oils somehow help it to grow. I don't know how true that is, but that's all I'm doing. I'm just spraying that dry shampoo right at the roots, and I'm going to let it sit for a moment as well. I've already got my curling iron turned on. Whenever I showed it to you, I turned that on. Now some curling irons will have a heat setting. Now if you have really fine hair, then you would want to go with a low setting. If you have thick, hard to curl hair, you'd want to go with a high setting. Mine does not have low or high. Now I'm just taking my hands and kind of rubbing my head just like I would to wash it, really. And what dry shampoo does is it gives a little bit of volume to your hair. Now some people would say do that afterwards, but I do it before, just, some of the time I do, because once I get it curled, I don't like to mess it up. Well, I do mess it up, but, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my heat protectant. I have the Aussie Heat Insurance Heat Protecting Shine Spray, and I'm going to spritz that all over my hair. In my opinion, anytime you're wanting to do any kind of spray, hold it away from your head. Don't put it right on top, because if you do, then you're going to get too much concentrated product. That's the thing even with hairspray. If you hold it right, on the area, then yes, you're going to get a higher concentration of product. Then I make sure to brush that through really good as well. Now, for what I'm going to do next, this is optional for you if you have short hair. Now, I even did this with my shorter hair as well, or if you have really thin hair, you might not have to do as many layers as I do. I'm going to start out by taking some little clips. I've got different sizes of clips here. I've got a big one that I'll be using at one point, but I also have these little bitty baby clips. And I'm going to take the top section of my hair and section that off. I take it and I make it into like a little half pony, basically. So yes, I am going to look crazy for part of this video, y'all. So if you don't like that, I apologize, but, it is the way I like to do it. Now, other people might do it differently, but me, I have such really thick hair that I have to section mine off into like several sections. Then I'm going to do another section a little bit below that. basically I'm sectioning the sections off like I'm going to curl them. And I put that up. I basically take it, put it in a pony, and then twist it up and put it on, like flip it on top of my head. And I'm going to go in with a bigger, slightly bigger clip here. Then I'm going to take another section here, and this is going to be my bigger section that I'm going to use that big clip for. But you can also use ponytail holders, you can use whatever you have at your disposal to get your hair up. You can buy clips from the Dollar Tree, you can buy, you know, if you have ponytail holders, you can use those. But now then, I've got my hair all clipped away, except the bottom layer here, if you can tell that. And I'm going to take this curling iron. I can put my hands slightly close to it and tell that it is getting nice and hot. Now, before I get started, I do want to let you know that if you are brand new to curling your hair, it might be a good idea to use a heat glove. Or if you're very sensitive to heat, it might be a good idea to use a heat-resistant glove. You can get those from Amazon, I'm not sure. I think you can find them in Walmart.com, different places like that, because that will help protect your hand. Now, yes, I do burn myself pretty regularly, mind you, while I'm doing this. But that's just all part of getting beautiful, in my opinion. But I don't use the glove because I cannot feel the heat as well through the curling iron. So what I do is I take a section of hair. It's about 1 inch to 2 inches. Now, if you have thinner hair, you could do a smaller section, or if you want tighter curls, you can do a smaller section. And I take the wand, I'm going to go behind me here, and I start at the base of the curling iron and basically just twist it around the curling iron. And the closer to the tip you go, the smaller the curl will be. You'll be able to see better whenever I get closer up. And I keep my finger on one of the sections of hair so I know, okay, is it hot enough? That's another reason why I do this. And then I'll let go, and I don't curl the tip around, so I do have something to hold here. And then I let go and let it fall. Now that's what that looks like. And I'm going to continue doing that with the back section here, and I'm going to fast forward through this so that you're not waiting an hour. And then I'll show you again once I go to the next section here. If you feel like you didn't get, like you did too big of a section, you can always go back and pick that section up again, split it up, and do it in 2 sections. You know, if it's too big of a curl or whatever. But the more hair you have, the more just wave it will have rather than curl. Whoops, just touched my pinky to the hot iron. And no, I am not using a mirror to do this, y'all. I do this practically by feel. Because if you ever notice, you know, sometimes it is hard, especially to do the back section of your hair using a mirror. I mean, unless you have a really nice setup, you know, and I don't have mirrors behind me that I can actually see. That's the key. So, there we go. Basically, that bottom section that I just did was only 4 sections. I started to try to do 3, but just moved it into 4. Now I'm going to take this next section, and I even split it up again sometimes if it's a little too thick in my opinion. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking this next section, splitting it. I'm going to pin that sucker up. So, but then I'm basically just doing the same thing, and it'll be easier for y'all to see here, because I have my sides, part of my sides down here. So I pull a section out, and even if I get some of what I've already done, that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. And I take it, and I put it right under it. Now, I'm not holding it up and down like some people do. I'm not going for the more spirally curls or beachy curls today. But I hold it to where it's horizontal with the floor, and I just twist my hair around like so. And even if you do get a little twist in the actual hair, that'll just add a little extra bounce to the curl. So that right there, scooting in closer so that y'all can see what it looks like on the iron. Now, I didn't go all the way to the very, very tip, but you can. But I put my finger on there so that I can tell if it's done, and that's pretty well done. But you can tell I also have a little bit of hair hanging out here where I can hold on to it. But that's what that curl looks like, nice and springy. And I just leave all these curls as is. Now after this section, I probably will go ahead and spray it, but I will slow down the video at that point. So I am going to fast forward now so that y'all aren't waiting forever, because it does take quite a long time to do my hair. Alright, I'm going to let that sit for a second, because I like to let my hair cool off a little bit. And I'm going to talk to you about hairsprays, because you can use any type of hairspray you want to. You can use Tresemme Tray 2. I've got the Garnier Full Control 24-hour hold anti-humidity hairspray. One that I'm working on for review purposes is the Suave Flexible Control Finishing Spray. This is hold number 3. Flexible Control Finishing Hairspray. And I let my hair rest and cool off a little bit before I put this in. And I hold it back. I want to try to get the one that has the fine mist to it. I thought that's what this was, but apparently no, it's just a repackaged one. And if you feel like any of your curls have fallen out, you can always go back and recurl that section, even after you spray it. So you don't have to worry about, you know, really messing things up if you do that, because I have had to go back and recurl many times. I just took that clip out. Now I'm going to go up and start on the next section, and I'm going to do smaller sections, because for some reason I do kind of like tighter curls towards the top, and you know, so I am using a smaller section here. And whenever you do put it at the root, you wrap it around like so, and you can tell I really didn't focus on, well, did I twist it at all? Because like I said, if you do add a little twist, that is okay. It is okay to have that extra oomph and my hair did not do it just right. But you twist it around and you want to make sure it's somewhat even along the barrel as well, because you don't want it to all be piled on top of each other, because then you don't get as evenly heat distribution. I've learned that my ends tend to curl faster than the roots. That's why sometimes you'll see I don't have my finger all the way down towards the end. I have it closer up to the root of it. That is why. So I'm going to curl this section, and we'll fast forward, and I'll be right back with y'all. Now that section is pretty well done. I'm just letting it set for a second before I pull more hair down on top of it, and then I'll spray that section lightly as well. But whenever you are doing your hair, you know, it's basically everything, makeup, beauty, whatever wise, is all trial and error. It is playing with it, figuring out what you like, what you enjoy, not what somebody else wants you to do, but what you like, you know, what you think feels good, you know, because I run my fingers through my hair a lot. I don't know if y'all do, but I do, you know. Okay, there we go, that's cooled off. Taking my hairspray, just doing a light, with an aerosol spray like I'm using, if you do light pumps, then it slowly, you know, it doesn't concentrate it as much. I think I've got one little section down here that's wanting to misbehave. I'm gonna fix that real quick. So, like I said, if it's not curly enough, or it falls out, or it just didn't curl right, you can go back even after you've sprayed. You know, I personally don't like spraying on the actual wand because that just gunks up my wand a lot more. So, but you can clean that off if you prefer to spray on the wand, and it also will give you a tighter curl, possibly, if you do that. Because, you know, I've done that with a standard curling iron before, but I've also gotten my hair caught that way before. That's another reason I don't like doing it. Well, with a wand like I'm using, I don't have a clip to it. This is just a straight up thing, no clip, no clamp, nothing like that. So it's fairly simple. Now I'm taking another section down. Let's go ahead and, it's not that big a section. Go ahead and do the entire thing. But like I said, I like curlier hair towards the top, so that's what I'm doing here. I take a smaller section. Whenever I started, I'd take closer to like a good inch diameter. Now I would say maybe a ½ inch. I'm doing about half of that, and yes, I just burnt myself. Like I said, I do burn myself pretty regularly. But hey, the pains we go through for beauty. But just doing this next section here, and then I will be right back with y'all. last couple sections on this side. Now if you notice, my arms do get kind of tired because you're holding them up. So that's why if I get close and y'all see the top of my head, that is why. Because my arms do get rather tired. Because you gotta hold them, you're holding both arms up. I mean, it's not like using a regular curling wand where you're, you know, you can switch hands or whatever. This is holding both hands up in the air. Hey, it's a good strengthening exercise though. Am I right, y'all? Am I right? But, you know, like I said, I'm on the last little piece here now on this section. And yes, if you wanted to, you could brush out every individual section before you curl it. But since I went ahead and brushed a couple times before, I didn't worry about that. But it's whatever you prefer, whatever you like, and whatever you want to do, you know, basically. I mean, and whenever you're doing the crown of the head, I try to get as close to the root, especially there, to help give it a little extra oomph to it. Letting that set for a couple seconds, and then I'll spray it. Now if you wanted to do this and then use a roller to roll it up, that's fine too. I've got another section here that I saw that was way too straight for my liking, so I'm going in and fixing that. It's towards the bottom, well, back and side actually. But this is how I typically do. I will go and I'll be like, okay, well, that's pretty straight, so I'll go back and I'll fix it. That's where you just play with it, you mess with it. I have not been curling my hair for very many years. I have just recently, within the past few months, really, started curling it somewhat regularly. I mean, whenever I say somewhat, I mean a couple of times a month. I mean, so, and that's not always with a curling iron. It could be with rollers. It could be with a different curling iron. It could be with this wand, you know, any number of ways. So, and I do have a roller set planned on my schedule as well. It's going to be a little while, not too long though. But I have all the videos planned out, y'all, from now until beginning of January. So hopefully I can stick with that. But, you know, I'm not letting it stress me out. If family things come up or something comes up, then I might have to take a break. Now at the top here, I'm just, you know, brushing it out a little bit. Now I'm going to take the little bitty sections like I was before. I'm going to curl them. Just take it like I said. Now you can go back with it, or you can go to the side or whatever. I'm choosing to go back because I'll take it and I'll fix it after I get it done. Some people say, you know, part it where you want it and then curl accordingly. Like if you're wanting it parted on the side, then part it on the side and curl, you know, that way. Now me, I just say, go with your gut, you know. Because I do kind of part it and then I pull it little by little and do it. Makes it easier instead of having all that hair. If y'all can't tell, y'all, I have some really thick hair. Really thick hair. That's why it takes forever to do my hair. But just doing this top section here. Now I have been periodically doing some videos in my Blind Beauty Facebook group. Like I do have a couple live videos in there. I've got some one video of just me getting ready that I uploaded to there. So if you want to talk about affordable beauty, I hope you join me over in there. And also if you want to stay updated, you can follow me on social media, especially Facebook, Now Instagram, I mainly post like whenever I upload. Sometimes I'll post a thumbnail image. But I'll admit I'm bad about it with Instagram, not posting that much. I don't post a whole lot on social media anyway, so you won't be bombarded with 1,000 posts usually from me. But, you know, I got Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. The only one that's not Blind Beauty 83 is Twitter, because Blind Beauty 83 was taken, unfortunately. On Twitter, I'm Blind Beauty Jen, so you can follow me there if you want to. Now, I no longer have cable, so I won't be doing the live tweeting during shows this fall. But, you know, I still will do some tweeting, and if y'all want to, like, see me tweet while I am watching a show like Law & Order SVU or something like that, you know, let me know. But I hope that you do join the Facebook group, because I would love to get to know some of y'all. Whenever it's on a forum like Twitter or actual straight up Facebook, my page, it's harder to get to know people unless you do privately message them. So, and I'm going to pull my bangs forward here. So you can join me in the Facebook group and we can chit chat about affordable beauty, and then even talk about, you know, fun stuff. Like one day I did a game in there. Coming Halloween, who knows, you might see some goofy Halloween ideas coming in there. Because I do have Halloween videos coming as well. Y'all, like I said, I've got everything planned for the next, like, 3, 4, 5 months, something like that. I know at least 3 months. So, no, I have not filmed them already, but I have planned them. Taking my bangs and doing the same thing with my bangs, only pulling it forward instead of, you know, keeping it back. Then I'm going back and curling another section that I missed. So, but yeah, that's all you gotta do to your hair whenever you're doing this. Then I'll spray it again, all over, really good. I know my bangs kind of look crazy right now, but I'll fix that here in just a moment. Do a quick spritz, 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 spritz. And if you want to get the bottom part, you could always flip your head upside down and do it. Or you can also pick up the hair and get the bottom layer. Alright. Let that set for a second. Just a second. I'll go ahead and spritz the front of it too. This is a fairly fine mist, by the way, y'all. This flexible control hairspray. But typically I will use my Garnier full control, but both of these, I can't tell a big difference in these two, really, besides the mist on the swab is a smaller, finer mist. But they still leave, both of them leave my hair like stiff feeling, crunchy feeling. So, alright, now I'm going to take my fingers and just kind of run them, well, not really run them through, but kind of shake it out. I go at the root and shake my hair. That just kind of helps the curls fall wherever they want to, rather than, you know, telling them where to go and how to get there. I was seeing my welcome sign in the back and I was thinking that was my hair I was seeing in the viewfinder. That is how I'll typically do my hair. Now if I do want extra volume, I can always add hair powder or something like that to it, or even take the hairspray I was showing you, and if you lean your head to the side like so, I'm going to show you here on one side of it at least. I'm going to lean my head over to the side lean it over, take your hairspray, hold it out just a little bit like you're wanting to hold it up type thing. Spritz right at the roots. And yes, I got some on my face too. But hold it there for just a second. And see how much bigger your hair can get. Do it to the other side too, that way it's not lopsided. Yes, I don't like lopsided hair, y'all. But that's all there is to it. So I will, like I said, I've got a roller set coming in the next few weeks or whatever, and I've also got more more hair videos planned in the future as well. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see, and I'll try to leave a link to my schedule, tentative schedule, mind you, that I have set up. And if there's something you would like to see sooner than is on the schedule, you can let me know. And I also hope to talk to you on my social media and in my Facebook group. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, I also have a giveaway going on, and I'll leave that link down below as well so that you can enter that. Hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.